So in a movie about the Michael Jordan shoe, Michael Jordan is actually not really in this film, which is a bit perplexing, but let's discuss. So the new film Air, directed by Ben Affleck, is a true story, or based on a true story kind of thing. Sports, biopic, drama, all wrapped into one. Surrounding the story about how Nike, in its early days, was trying to recruit Michael Jordan to get the Nike shoe endorsement, and we all know where that ended up today. It's a very big deal. But back then, it was the underdog story. Michael Jordan was preferring a Converse or an Adidas shoe brand to Nike. Nike was seen as like the third fiddle to the other two companies at that time. And so you kind of see everything through the eyes of Sonny Vaccaro, played by Matt Damon, who leads like the basketball division at Nike, and his job is to try to get these athletes to, to be a part of their brand and build, out from there. And they've had a lot of issues with that. So when they finally decide to just go all in and try to get Michael Jordan, that's where the story kicks off and rolls. As far as the story itself goes, I won't say it's paint by numbers. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here. So I don't think it's, exactly the kind of sports drama you've seen, but it is very almost formulaic to a point for me. I still enjoy the story. I thought it was a very interesting story. A lot of stuff I didn't know, depending on how much of it is true and how much of it isn't true. And the way they tell it, though, kind of bums me out, because you would think Michael Jordan would be a big aspect of it, and he is. Michael Jordan obviously is the object of Nike's affection throughout this whole film, but they don't really deal with Michael. They deal with his mom and his agent, and while all that stuff is great, their interactions with Michael's mom, played by Viola Davis, who's fantastic, and the agent, played by Chris Messina, who is David Falk, Michael Jordan's agent. Great interactions there in trying to get Michael Jordan to be a part of the Nike brand. Without really seeing Michael, like every time you see Michael Jordan in the film, it's like kind of the camera's down below his jawline, or you see him from the back, and you don't get a face to face with an actor portraying Michael Jordan. They kind of skirt around that at several points, using the camera to keep him out of the frame, and they're talking to Michael Jordan, but you don't see him. That bugged me a little bit, and I wish they would have just had somebody playing Michael Jordan in this film and had him involved a little more. That's my only real big gripe with this story. Otherwise, it is entertaining, it is fun, and it's got a lot of great chemistry between the actors, because Ben Affleck as a director, he establishes a very, very solid cast. Like I mentioned up top, Matt Damon as Sonny Vaccaro is great. Ben Affleck comes in and plays Phil Knight, the CEO, the creator of the Nike brand, and then you also got like Jason Bateman in there, who's fantastic. Chris Messina was the agent I talked about. He's great. Probably my favorite performer of the whole movie. And then you got Chris Tucker's in there, and then you got a guy named Matthew Marr, who plays the guy who creates the actual shoe that we all know and love today, the Air Jordan, or the Air One, I think is what it's called. And then, of course, Viola Davis, who crushes every performance she does. She's always great. But this is a great cast. They all have great chemistry. Whenever they're on screen together in different combinations, the chemistry is there, and it's really engaging, and I'm just into all those interactions, and it's really good. And that's what you want, especially in a sports movie. You want charisma. You kind of want some of those heightened stakes and drama. And I guess that's another fault I have with this movie, is I didn't really feel the drama, because I guess we all know what happens. Michael Jordan gets the shoe deal at the end. But it's it's that journey up to that point that we're kind of following along with, and I was there for it, and I enjoyed it. I just had a problem with maybe it just didn't reach the heights I wanted it to reach. I'm not saying it wasn't good, but it didn't get to where I thought a Ben Affleck directed movie could get. Like Argo, his Oscar-winning film is awesome. I love that movie, and I kind of knew how that one ended. But when I watch that movie, I'm just enthralled, and I'm on the edge of my seat the whole time. This one, I wasn't quite so on the edge of my seat. I wasn't nervous that they weren't going to make the deal. That's really one of the big main drawbacks for me when it came to this film. Look, I got to see this at a special screening on the weekend before it comes out this Wednesday, which, look, I do recommend that people go out and see this film. I think it's a good time. I wonder if my viewing of it was soured just a tiny bit because I was really into the Apple TV Plus film Tetris, another 80s biopic about some other story about the Tetris video game, and I knew how that story ended, but I just, in comparison, I just felt a little more on the edge of my seat with that film than I was with this. Maybe that wasn't the intent of this film, to feel on the edge of my seat, that they couldn't make the deal. Because there are certain stakes, there's some drama there, but I just didn't feel it quite as much as Tetris. The execution here, everything is good. It just never got too great. Like I was expecting from all the hype and all the other early reaction that this is the best sports drama you're going to see this year or in years. And I'm not going to say that. I think it's a very good film, and it is very much worth your time, and I really think you should go out and see this because it is fun. I would actually like to go see this again. And I'm going to actually give this a B+. I really do like this film. It's just, I really thought this could be the A+ kind of film, kind of Oscar, like one of the first Oscar-worthy films of the year, and it just doesn't live up to that hype, and maybe I built that up in my head, and that's my fault. But it was still an enjoyable film. You get a great cast. I think Ben Affleck delivers again with the direction. Is it his best work? Probably not, but it's still really good. So yeah, guys, what do you think? Have you seen Air? Do you want to see Air? Are you going to wear your Air Jordans to the theater like I saw somebody wear? I even saw somebody in a Bulls jersey at my screening, and I'm pretty sure that's the most I've seen people dress up for a movie in years. Like, it's a comic book movie, and it's just funny to see Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan memorabilia at this early screening. I thought it was really great, and seeing people wearing the actual shoes that you see in the movie was even more fun and really cool. So yeah, guys, are you planning on seeing this? You know the drill. Leave those comments down in the comment section below. And also, hit that like button, subscribe button, and the little bell notification to be notified whenever I drop new videos. And we got a couple more this week. I think Mario will be the next one. So I'll knock that out in the middle of the week. And I'm going to try to go see that Owen Wilson movie Paint at the end of the week. We'll see. Fingers crossed for that one. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.